Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Piglet here once again and I'm back for some more of the Maxi Toys videos, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Let's Play of Sonic and SEGA All-Stars Racing for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo DS and PC. So, last time we've gone through is the Chow Cup, I almost say Chow Garden for some reason. So anyways, today for this episode, folks, is the fact that we're going to be moving on to the next cup in the game, which is the forms of the Graffiti Cup. So, last time we did select on the previous cup, which is actually forms of Shadow the Hedgehog. And I believe for this particular character choice, oh yeah, by the way, I managed to purchase, Oh La La from my own time, so even then note that she's originated from, you know, Space Channel 5 series. I personally don't normally play those Space Channel 5 games, honestly, because I don't know, something about them, it just feels like it's not my cup of tea. But anyways, for this character choice in Graffiti Cup, I'm actually going to be going for Alex Kidd from Alex Kidd in Numerical Worlds for the Sega Master System. That's what his first introduction was. So anyways, let's get started with the Graffiti Cup, starting with Tokyo Shibuyu Downtown from Jet Set Radio Future. Because I can tell from there I say Jet Set Radio Future is because, well, that's what the logo represents from, so, yeah.
Relax, put your feet up, and get ready for today's speed-tacular excitement from Tokyo To. This city course is packed with skyscrapers. Our racers will need to keep their wits about them.
See, I apologize for this really silence going on here, because I can let the narrator, or the announcer I should say, just manage to commentate on certain things. So anyway, let's get started with Tokyo in Shibuya Downtown from, again, Jet Set Radio Future. So it kind of reminds me of, almost related to Toad's Turnpike from Mario Kart 64, in addition to Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you will, from the Nintendo Switch. So even then, though, that everything else checks out there, because every now and then those vehicles are about to get into you. So even then, though, that you do need to dodge those cars. Although the only time you can actually avoid those cars, you can either just manage to drive past them, or simply just able to obtain speed. So yeah, everything else is all fine and dandy for the most part, though. So anyways, yeah, today was actually forms of the 18th of December. Sorry for a little bit of a delay of the upload, I'm afraid, guys, because even then, though, the first thing we'd like to point out is that I was originally going to do this as a first attempt on the recording session on microphone, but somehow I got something stuck into my throat, unfortunately. But everything else is all fixed and all fine and dandy for the most part. So, anyway, though, yeah, we only got about a week left, ladies and gentlemen, before Christmas is about to be time to shine. So even then, though, definitely can't wait for that, and especially noticeable how the fact that, well, I'm pretty much excited for it, so yeah. And then, I don't know what presents we're going to be getting for this year, but even then, know that things can get a little bit more differently this time around, though. Like, you'll see why when we get to next week, so yeah, but even then, though, that I won't going to be in this particular video at this point in time, folks, because even then, though, you'll see why. So, oh yeah, one thing I need to point out, though, right away, is that, as you can see on the bottom part of the screen, is that IA performs himself his all-star move. For some reason, this particular head right there heavily borrowed from the old-school Super Monkey Ball games, as opposed to the newer one, because even then, though, I've noticed that in the newer one of, you know, the newer, latest model of the II Monkey comes from Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz for the Nintendo Wii / Step and Roll. Now, I've noticed that Step and Roll came out before this game came out, Sonic and SEGA All-Stars Racing, but this game came after Step and Roll, which I found was kind of odd to actually not feature some of the music from Step and Roll. But even then, that's as far as I could really just try to able to think of this at this point, but I don't think so. But even then, until when it gets to Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, it all goes back into the newer, redesigned version of II from every once in a while. So, yeah, that's about it, basically, for Shuka, I can't pronounce that very well, folks, Shibuya Downtown from, you know, Jet Set Radio Future. So, oh wow, a good achievement, Project Rob. I don't know what that's about, but I might as well have to research on it as soon as I'm able to finish this Grand Prix. So, next we have Curien Mansion Outer Forest from I'm assuming this is actually based off from the House of the Dead series or something like that, or just Korean Mansion or something like that. So, I never normally played the House of the Dead series, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Welcome one and all to Curien Mansion, today's venue for one sizzler of a race.
Okay, so let's get started here. Oh yeah, I've noticed that Alex Kidd does have his voice though, kind of think about it, among the same lines as when SEGA Superstars Tennis came over, enjoying the likes of pretty much every single consoles for the Wii, PlayStation 2 and 3, and Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii, Nintendo DS, and you know all the suggestions, how those, right? So anyways, oh yeah, one thing I need to mention right away though is that much like how it does it in, the vehicles from the likes of Shibuyu Downtown, from the likes of Jet Set Radio Future Course, there's going to be zombies up ahead. See, Fernando, if you touch one of those zombies, then you get spin out. See, Fernando, that's one thing you need to be very cautious about. Plus, secondly, I performed a shortcut. While doing so is how the fact that you know this speed, I've already established that before. You need to get some speed until you're able to actually bust through everything, until you're able to perform a shortcut. So that's how it works. So, yeah, not much to tell about this level. It's very simple, self-explanatory though. It's just the fact that you need to watch out for zombies until they're about to go, like, spin outs from you. So even then though, that you do need to watch out for them. So, I really do like how the fact that, well, it's already been broken or anything, but even then though, that every time when you're into the first lap, that you managed to go through the stained glass windows. Even then, I always found that to be quite a joy surprise. Even then, it does almost exactly represents the scene from Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbits, where the Were Rabbit did manage to like bust for those stained glass window from the actual church. So I thought to myself that it kind of reminds me of that. Now, I've already mentioned this before, that I'd never actually ever played Curien Mansion or House of the Dead series for that matter, but even then though, I've heard of them, but even then though, that I'm pretty sure that, I don't know which one's the best one of all the bunch, but I do know there's only 3 of them at the moment. I don't know for sure, but even then though, that I know there are some ports out there, but anyway. Enough about this little rubbish, nonsensical discussion, I'm afraid, guys, but anyways, yeah, again, not much to tell, but even then though, that, as you can tell right there, Alex Kidd got himself his bike, very much like Shadow does. But even then though, eventually when we get to the different selection of characters, then we can pretty much guarantee of how the fact that we'll get into the actual cards themselves. So yeah, that's how it goes, hey? Next up we have is, Turbine Loop from Final Fortress from the likes of Sonic the Hedgehog universe. So, as you expected, it takes place in Final Fortress, very much like how it does in the Sonic Heroes game, so you get the idea.
Welcome to Final Fortress, where we've got a hot race lined up and raring to go.
Yeah, I believe this particular theme, as you can clearly hear, that's actually heavily borrowed from Shadow's theme from Sonic Adventure 2. Kind of think about it though, really. And plus the addition to Sir Lancelot's theme from Sonic and the Black Knight, because if you want to count that, then that's perfectly that's entirely up to you if you want to able to mention that. So anyway, and the music you can clearly hear in the background is definitely Final Fortress from Sonic Heroes, obviously. However, though, when we get to the reincarnations of those exact same track themes, I might as well actually gonna be able to change some of the music up for a bit, to able to actually fit the tone from different music and all that stuff. So even then, I will also actually get to it until we get to that. So the main hazard on this level though is the forms of these little heavy robots. They're trying to hang out every once in a while. So, but again, much like vehicles, especially noticeable with zombies, or in this case some other track hazards here and there too, is that speed is always key here if you want to able to protect yourself. So yeah, that's how it goes. I really do love the hologram of Dr. Eggman right there, probably because of, you know, Eggman is the only one he managed to create the Final Fortress or the Egg Fleets themselves. Well, at least if you probably can tell from the, well, at least as far as I can tell from that situation already. So anyway, yeah, regardless of anything else we'd like to talk about, folks, but even then, besides, we only got 4 more days left until Mario Party the Top 100 is about to be released until 4 more days left in our country, in United Kingdom. So it will be a perfect time to able to release that game during that time period. So, anyway though, oh yeah, there's one thing I need to mention right away though for the item system in this game that I don't really think I've already have sort of mentioned about this during the majority of the beginning part of the Let's Play, I don't think. But what I've noticed is that, as you can tell, I've got myself green boxing gloves, which are essentially kind of almost resembles to green shells from the Mario Kart series. And I've noticed that these red rocket missile things, which are basically just red shells, and there's also the speed sneakers or speed shoes, which are essentially the equivalent to mushrooms or triple mushrooms, if you will. And I believe there's also shields, which I believe something similar to the invincibility star, but you can't actually bust through them. And as well as these little noisy horn, which, taking note from Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the super horn comes into play, where basically it destroys every single item in the process, including spin out your opponents. So that was before when the super horn exists in Mario Kart 8, for not only for the Wii U, but for the Nintendo Switch as well. So I thought it was worth keep that in mention. Last track in the game, well, the last track in the Graffiti Cup, and now 2 forms of Jumble Jungle Treetops from Super Monkey Ball.
Roll up, speed fans, strap.
I don't know why I just cut that, you know, announcer's line here, but even then, I just want to cut to the chase to this point. So anyways, here we go with Treetops, in this case, one of the first Super Monkey Ball, racing tracks in the game. So even then, though, that, yeah. I really do love how the fact that the music introduction on these every single Super Monkey Ball stages, like, for instance, there's actually this little music theme in the background, which usually plays up for a bit, and that was in forms of the Super Monkey Ball 1 opening theme, which to me, I always found out to be a really cool music to play on at first. But even then, though, that later on we got ourselves the music from Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, which is from you know, Monkey Island, which I believe is based off from the first level or the first world on that game. So anyway, to me though, of all the tracks in this particular game actually follows in within. To me though, Super Monkey Ball racing tracks in this game are probably by far, to me though, in my opinion, one of the toughest race tracks to race on, because to me though, well, I don't personally find any of these stages to be all that hard, to be honest, but it's just that every time when we actually get into those, you know, these little sharp curves and everything like that you always have to bump into, that's what you have to really try to deal with when it comes to where drifting is usually involved. You know, you're gonna have to drift a lot, even especially noticeable in these stages like this. And sometimes you do need to memorize the actual track layouts too, because obviously this game doesn't have a map function or anything like that, but it does have some sort of like a progressioning map, as far as I might see, because you can see on this little top part of the screen that you see those opponents are going way further behind, and then next you notice that there are some emphasis where you're going to be seeing those opponents on top of the screen. So yeah. So anyways, as far as the leaderboards is concerned, oh, let's see how much points I've got for the second miles. 9,378. Not much, but might as well take it, I suppose. But even then, that's as far as I can see how this goes. So anyways, the award ceremony goes, I think this might be really identical to the previous race. Like, we got ourselves, I'm assuming we got third place goes to Dr. Eggman again. And in addition to Amy Rose, in second place again, and number 1 we got is myself, Alex Kidd, or Piglet, as I'm the host of this Let's Play. So anyway though, now we got ourselves our beloved Graffiti Cup trophy, and we assumably will unlock the Egg Cup. So even then though, because again, we're playing through the advanced mode, so even then though, no longer going to be the beginner's class, because I was so new to the game right now, because even then I'm really enjoyed it as a result. So tune us next time on Let's Play Sonic and SEGA All-Stars Racing, is the fact that we're going to be moving on to the Egg Cup. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.